big wide vase was done last week. It was thrown on Tuesday. A day went by, things stiffened up, and I added. And you can do the same thing hand building too. Let it stiffen up a little bit, add things to it, and then smooth it out. Smooth out the joins. Now it's 3 pieces. Okay, it was 26 inches tall. It's now 24 and a half. This guy was about, and that was a whole bag of clay used, so 25 pounds. And then this one was another bag of clay. Well, actually, no, this is not another bag of clay. This one here is about 16 pounds of clay, 15 pounds of clay, 15, 16 pounds of clay. And I made it taller than the other, and I'll do a little fancy handle on it to come out to fancy it up.
Is this also like multiple pieces?
One piece.
Oh, this one's one piece. Okay.
One piece. Okay. This is what I threw earlier today. It's a little stiff now. I'm keeping it in the cylindrical form here because I'm gonna do a similar thing here and here, and then I will take that and add that to this while this is wet. Okay, this is still wet and sticky. Okay, so this guy right here is about 6 pounds. That's about 6 pounds. This was about 13 pounds. Okay, so now, putting this thing on, down. Now it's a lot easier to center a smaller amount of clay. And you have to kind of like vary your speed, find where your sweet spots are in centering. Okay. Sometimes I found my hand going in here like this, my hand out there, and I need to like lift it up a little bit there to get it alive. And then down. Do that a few times to get this guy woken up here. So I wedged this earlier today and then put it in a bag. But anytime you sit it aside, it stiffens up a little bit. And I'm gonna bring this down. Getting close to where I want for that. Looking at that and this. I want them to be close to about the same size. Once I get this thing set where I want it to be, scrape off this slip here. And remember, clay is cohesive, so things stick to it. But if I left water there, it wouldn't want to stick to it very well. And then in here, I want to make sure, I should dry it off my hand a little bit more, but give yourself a little angle. So that you've shrunken the space there. Otherwise, you're going to trap an air bubble underneath there. I should have taken care of that beforehand. I didn't think my hand would be that wet. And sometimes, you can pad this on while it's dry before doing all the big centering there. But it's just another way of making things work. Getting this up to join into that. And centering this large, focus on a little area on the top, because otherwise, if you're trying to do this whole mass, it's all going to move around. But start to get it, tapered up a little bit there, so you can move that little mass up a little easier than trying to move the whole thing up. Once you get it going, then you can get in there. letting it sit in a little hook on my hand here. Probably not the most ideal spot, but hey, it works for me. Bring it up. Bring it down. I'll bring it up a few times. If you make this top flat, and then you go to try to bring this up, you are going to end up giving yourself a little bowl like that. Okay, not sure if you've ever seen that happen. Okay, to avoid that, make it round. Then, when you bring it in, form that. Went too fast there. Paying the price for that. If it's going a little wobbly there, bring your thumbs up to stabilize it. Bring it down one more time. This is where it does take a little more energy with the larger pieces of clay. Not quite here. I can feel a little bit of a wobble, a little bit of a wobble up here. A little wider in the base. And mind you, the bottom is going to be the top. Better. Pretty good right there, huh? All right, now I'm gonna go right here in this zone here. When you open up, don't be above the center line, horizon. Some people may have nails. It might be easier for them to use a stick. Sometimes they can go into there. Get it started. And this one I can go a little bit more generous down to the bottom. Leave a little bit of meat there. Because if you open that up and then you start doing your thing, it'll get off track really quick. Last minute before you open it up, you can always do a little cut on the inside. But in your throwing process, you need that a little thick. The other one I'll have to do about about an inch thick. A little bit tall. I'm not sure where my needle tool went. It's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, about half of an inch there. leave maybe a quarter of an inch on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna take some time and just go nice and slow, open it up slow, a little towards my belly button, but a little bit more towards 7. It's somewhere in that sweet spot where the mass can settle. You can hook your hands there a bit. Just remember as you're going up a little bit there to straighten them up. Don't have to compress as much on the bottom, but it doesn't hurt. If your floor is level on the inside, then your poles will be level. A little bit better on the floor. Okay. Right, now, taper this in. Once it's tapered in, then it's a little easier to color things back in. But I want to spend some time doing a couple lifts where I'm giving a little push this way in and then lifting up at the same time. My hand position is right to here, lifting up. Do more compression in, speed up as you're bringing it in, taper it in. One more lift going up here. Spending some time over here on this side here will help your subsequent lifts lift up a little bit more evenly. Got some new exposed clay there, it's pulling on my hands. Now this is the part that's going to go over on top of that. It's a little on the wide side right now. While it's thick like this now would be the best time to bring it in. Keep your rim turned in a little bit like that, compressed in. Then it helps when you're pressing in here, press in here a little more aggressively. I haven't even done any lifting yet. See how much more height I have at it. It's really close to that width. I think just roughly spot check it. Right where that is, yeah? Okay. Okay. Floor cleaned up a bit too. One more little lift coming up this way. still have a little mass out here at the bottom. That is going to be part of my height. And I have for this. Ouch. Watch where that thing is. Okay, sauce things up. Okay, you go in with your knuckle. Some sauce. Lift up nice and even. Don't hesitate. Otherwise, you can end up an uneven surface. Make sure you got enough sauce before you start lifting up, otherwise it's going to drag and pull on you. A certain spot up in here where it likes to twist on you right up here at the end. There's no more weight on top of it to support it. And so it's that end rather than a little twist. Even happens on the low. Ooh, let's do. You see how much more height I got out of this. And that was more clay than this.
Oh.
Up here, just trying to get things more in sync here. Narrow in. Let's see here. Where are we here? Keep I wanted to keep it a nice straight cylinder, that I just attach them and massage them a little bit there, then I'm done, But I want to turn this more into, a vase that's more similar to the first one. So I got 14 inches right here, and 14, and 24, 22. 12 and 14. So here's my 26, right? That's my height. That's the absolute height, but keep in mind how much clay shrinks. It can go about 2 inches. So get my general shape in this nice and uniform. Accelerate a little bit, and that will help hold the line. And when I shape this into a vase, it'll lose height. Okay. But I know if I wanted a straight, base, then I'd be really close to where, okay, no, don't do any more height. Okay. So now I'm gonna do one where I just kind of straighten things up a little bit. It's not really a lift per se, but it's got a little wobble down here. So I kind of push this in. It's not about height on this at this moment, but in the pulse of it, nice and even. Okay, and I think right around there, that's pretty close to the height. A little high and low here. Trim that off. I might lose a little bit, of clay down here on the bottom, especially once I take off all that excess clay on there. Definitely a really fluffy sponge here. This guy is maybe a new sponge. Thank you. Just want to pick up the slump that's inside there. Looks like I can do some slump on the side too. Can you hand me the calipers? Actually, yeah, the other calipers there, they work a little better. Thank you. Take that up a little bit. There's my goal post. Dry that off a little. One more time again. Looks good right there, yeah? Let's see. All just a little tapered. Okay. All right, so now, by joining that to that, so this has sat for a while. It's had time to dry out a little bit. Okay. Normally I would put a heat gun on that and dry that off and firm that up a little bit, but I think I'll be okay. Okay. It's sat by itself. But we'll see. Otherwise I'll just end up making a fool of myself when I do this next step. Right? We got a little channel in here. Okay. And want to kind of make a little, well, that'll be fun. We'll make a little rounded edge here. So I'll mesh it a little better. Now, can he do it? I don't know.
We believe in you.
We'll see. Get my hands drier. Okay. Put this in. Can everybody breathe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good boy. Good boy. All right. Good job. All right. Oh no. It's gonna wobble a little bit here. Gotta give some stability to the. Okay. We're good, yeah. Well, I should have cut down a little bit more. Where is my wire? Well, I'm gonna use a different wire. Let me get my green wire over here. Sorry the tension.
Actually, I think there's
there.
Thought there was one.
Still not breathing.
Ah, I knew it was there somewhere. Well, I should do it where I can see it, right? Now, if that isn't true, I don't know what is. All right, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm like within a fraction of that. All right, now this guy. Let's see. There we go. There we go. How much modification do I have to do here? Not too much. Yeah, so first, treat this down below here. Red sponge. Sauce. Feel like a vet. Okay. A couple little in the pinch. compression time. Okay. Now some saucy time. Patience time. I'm gonna stay here long enough. I feel that the clay here is softened up a little bit there, so when I pull it up, it will move better. Now, my height limit in the kiln is still 26 inches. And this is gonna be probably, well, if I just measure it right now, see where we're at. We are at 24 and a half inches, which is that high.
You pulled up a little bit.
Pardon?
You pulled up a little bit.
Yeah. I think I need some fresh water. Let me get some fresh water here.
I can get it.
All right, thank you.